Ready? Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Venita, and this is my co-host Sheryl. Smoking Jacket broadcast. We're broadcasting live. This is our third day at Destination Herb. We are here in Virginia.
Virginia Key Beach.
Virginia Key Beach. And if you're not here, you're missing out. And we're here to, yeah, 82 degrees.
Perfect.
Yeah. We're Apple State here cigars, and here is
Brandon.
Brandon.
What's up, everybody?
Brandon is going to talk to us about their product line. As we mentioned in the prior broadcast, we're going to be featuring some of our vendors that are here. We're going to discuss their product line, and we're going to talk all things you love about blends, all that good stuff, unless it's proprietary. I am a Candela lover. I know some of you frown on that, but we're going to talk about this particular stick. And Brandon, introduce your product.
Thank
you. Take it away.
Thank you. Yeah, we're Apostate Cigars. We're out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Backstory: we both used to. My partner and I were a couple of Mormon boys. And when you leave the church, they call you an apostate. So we figured making cigars in Utah, we would lean into that a little bit and just own it. So that's the name of the brand. It's Dominican manufactured. Hochi Blanco is the guy who's letting us use his factory and his tobacco. We're having fun making our own blends for you guys. So our first blend is called the Initiatory. That's our Sumatra with a wrapper from Ecuador, San Andres binder, Dominican filler. My best seller is our Maduro. That's a Deseret. That's a San Andres wrapper, Dominican binder, and the Nicaragua and Dominican Republic in the filler. The Liahona is our Connecticut. That is a nice Ecuador Connecticut wrapper, but we've got a San Andres binder under there, and then Dominican and Paraguay in the filler. Okay. So that's a really interesting blend, really complex for a Connecticut. What you're smoking is the Feathered Serpent. That's the one with the Candela on it. You'll notice how dark that is.
Yes.
That's a Candela that is grown just for that cigar. You won't find that on any other blends. So we're pretty proud of that one. That's a San Andres binder as well. And then all Dominican on the filler. And then the Sword of Laban is our Corojo wrapper from Ecuador, San Andres binder, all Dominican filler again. And then the last one is called the Zarahemla. That one's really interesting. Pennsylvania broadleaf on the wrapper, Cameroon binder from Africa, and then San Andres and Dominican in the filler. So that one's really eclectic. It's very complex. So, but this is the 6th that we have on the market right now. We'll be dropping 2 more cigars in March at the PCA Trade Show, and that'll be 8 blends in our core line, and then we'll mess around with limited edition stuff, fun things. So, but yeah, we're stoked to be here in Florida, hanging out at Destination Earth and smoking with you guys. So
let's talk about how you guys got started.
We got started at a weird time. We formed the company in 2020, in the middle of a pandemic. So my partner owns Beehive Cigars in Salt Lake City. It's a retail shop, Utah's biggest humidor. And I was the general manager over there. We had always talked about doing a house blend special for the shop. So when the pandemic hit and we had a little time on our hands, we thought that would be a good time to do it. Started talking to Hochi Blanco in the Dominican Republic and quickly realized that based on the ingredients we had access to and who we were working with, that this should probably be something bigger than just a shop house blend. So we started blending and the product turned out really well. That's when we decided to form Apostate Cigars and take it national. So it was a bit of a leap of faith in the middle of a global crisis, but it worked out. It provided us with a lot of time to really dial in the blends and hone in the marketing. So we feel like it was a perfect time for this. Yeah.
So in the middle of a pandemic, you decided to step out on faith.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You apostate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now, and I just want the people to see, y'all, his shirt is fire. Let's just let the people see this
little Apostate Cigars. Yeah, we got the logo on there. It's soft too. It's a comfy shirt. I've got V-necks for the ladies if you want to send me your shipping address.
Okay.
Make sure. Yeah.
And make sure, how can people reach you to purchase?
The easiest way is to go to our website. So if you hit our website and click on the retailer portal, you can see a whole list state by state of every shop that carries our product. We're not everywhere yet, but we're growing very quickly. So if there's not somebody near you, your best bet is to hit up one of those retailers and see if they'll ship, or go to their online portal and order that way. I know tinderbox.com. Tinderbox is one of our partners. They will fulfill an order really quickly and ship to you. So easy to find.
And what I love is the packaging. Tell us about the packaging.
So yeah, the packaging kind of came out of necessity, to be honest with you. That, and we come from the retail side, so we sort of wanted to solve retailer problems, right? When I'm buying cigars for Beehive, the biggest concern is shelf space.
Okay.
Right? So how do you make room to bring in a new product? Well, we're doing 12 count bundles instead of a big box that you got to try to find a place to store.
Right.
And then that's a box that you're eventually going to either throw away or
yeah.
try to get for $5 for somebody who wants a box, you know. And right now you're waiting like 6-8 months to get a box produced in the first place. So to scrap all that, we just said, hey, let's get some really nice black butcher paper. Let's get some good stickers to throw on there. Let's make it presentable, but also make it functional. Now you're not throwing away a box. You've got bundles that look good on the shelf. The retailers are happy because it's not taking up a bunch of space in their humidor. So really it was a form and function collaboration there. Yeah.
And for those of you like me who love a box print,
Absolutely. Yeah.
here you go.
Yep.
So Remia, did I pronounce that?
Zarahemla.
Zarahemla.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 5.5 by 54 ring gauge box press, and it smokes like a dream. Its construction's beautiful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
The Sword of Laban. How did you come about that name?
So everything, all the names kind of harken back to our Mormon days. Being in Utah and being that, for 25 years, the Mormon community, that was my community. I didn't find community again until I found cigars, right? So once you've got a network of people that go away, you kind of feel like a lost soul for a little while. When I found cigars and cigar lounges, I knew right away those were my people, that was my community, and I felt like I belonged somewhere. So that's kind of what we're leaning into. It's a little bit of a crossover of old versus new. All of the names come from something in Mormon mythology. So, for example, the initiatory, that's the name of the first ceremony you go through when you go to the temple. The Deseret, that's the name out of the Book of Mormon. It means honeybee. The Sword of Laban is a story from the Book of Mormon about a guy who basically had to get the record of his people by stealing a man's sword and cutting his head off with his own sword and stealing the records and running away. So there's a lot of mythology in Mormon scripture that we've kind of leaned on to name the cigars and build a brand. So, yeah, not trying to be disrespectful, just trying to lean on our roots while we're also incorporating that this is our community now.
Right.
So, yeah.
And this is how you made your logo as well.
Yep. So the logo, if you look, each cigar has its own symbol.
Yeah.
Those symbols, when you put them together, once the last two cigars come out, each symbol, it'll spell out apostate. So when you walk into a humidor, you see the display tray, each symbol spells out apostate. You can see it from across the room.
So as you can see, for those of you who want to jump out into this industry, there's a lot of thought and a lot of deliberation and not research for him because it was his lifestyle, but certainly the creativity and the ingenuity to take lemons and make lemonade.
Yeah, and that's the thing. In this world, there's so many. You can lean on the Spanish heritage, you can lean on the native heritage, you can lean on the tobacco imagery. For us, we're a couple of white guys from Utah, and the Mormon church is our history, right? So that was easy for us to lean on. Yeah. Make it yours. If you're going to get into it, make it yours. Absolutely.
So that's the advice you would give someone who wanted to start, and you started in a difficult time.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we started in a pandemic. Odds were stacked against us, but it worked out. The brand is growing very quickly, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's original. It was thought out, like you said. There's a plan behind it. So whatever you do, make sure you own it all the way. Yeah.
And I'm pairing with our Hemingway, right? One of our sponsors. It was, like you said, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great together.
Yeah,
it really, really is. If you've never had Candela before, this is a good place to start. Oddly enough, which you don't really associate creaminess with the Candela. But this is
Yeah,
about
look
the
at that ash.
construction.
Yeah, absolutely.
All about the construction.
Yeah, with the San Andres binder underneath that wrapper, that's where you get that creamy, sweet, soft texture. Yeah, yeah.
So, what's next?
Next, we were releasing our last two blends at the PCA trade show coming up in March, and that should round out 2024 for us. We're going to spend a lot of time focusing on that. 2025, we want to get weird. We want to get creative and see what we can do. Maybe like a yearly limited release. You know, maybe
Nice.
10,000 cigars, something like that, just to keep people excited about the fact that we're still making new stuff. So.
Right.
Yeah, even though the core line will be done, there will still be opportunities to make new stuff.
So, dare we say, so let's talk price point.
Yeah.
Based on where you are. You're in Florida.
Yeah, local taxes are going to make a difference. MSRP on most of the stuff, for example, the Leon is a $12 cigar. These two you're looking at, 13, 14. So everything pretty in pocket for boutiques right now. It's pretty average. Yeah.
So I'm sure, as you know, there's a lot of chatter about people actually kind of sleeping on boutique brands. And to be honest, in my opinion, there are some great boutique brands that would stand up toe-to-toe against some of those that are more popular. Let's be honest. Brand recognition is everything.
Sure.
So this is a great opportunity if you're a fan and a supporter of a boutique brand. Here you go.
Yeah, boutiques is it's a surprising world. You've got a lot of really creative, innovative people bringing new cigars to the table, and I would definitely recommend don't sleep on it. If you see something you've never seen before, smoke it. Smoke that thing. You never know what's going to surprise you. And we rely on that too. You walk into a humidor and see apostate for the first time. We're trying to grab your attention with the packaging, but I really want to grab your attention with the tobacco. So definitely light it on fire. Absolutely.
So what's your favorite brand?
My favorite out of our lineup?
Yeah.
Honestly, it kind of depends on time of day. The one I smoke the most is either the Connecticut, the Leona, or the Sword of Labor. Those are both good really any time of day. And it's probably the two that I gravitate towards the most. Our top seller is by far the Maduro. We've sold out of this cigar 2 or 3 times. We've sold out of the Candela twice. So it's these two are our most popular for sure.
What are you paying at?
Depends again on time of day. Yeah, surprisingly, the Feathered Serpent lately, I've been pairing with red wine. I didn't know that was going to work until I tried it, and that's a dream pairing for me. But this is also really good rum. I love Jamaican rum. If you get some Hamiltons, really any rum is going to be good as long as it's dark enough. The Deseret, I love pairing out with a Cabernet. I love it with a whiskey. Really, everything here would blend perfectly with a bourbon. Yeah, coffee all day. The Connecticut, I smoke this first thing in the morning with a black cup of coffee, and it's perfect every time.
Nice. There's a lot of us that like to pair. So when you talk about red wine, is that a blend? Is that Merlot?
Most
Pinot?
recently I did a Pinot.
Okay.
A Pinot was really good because the floral notes in the cigar really complemented the dryness of the Pinot. And it just made both things more interesting, which is exactly what I look for in a pairing. You want the cigar to stand out. You want the beverage to stand out.
Right.
That Pinot and this Feathered Serpent was really good.
And that's floral in the blend. These are not infused.
Right. Right. No infusions here.
That's right. No shade. We're just
No, yeah.
clarification
It is what it
purposes.
is. Yeah.
It's the note in the stick that you are looking to pair based on the notes. If you're doing a wine, I am a wine drinker. I love a great cab. For those that like maybe perhaps a Malbec.
Oh yeah, Malbec is great. Yeah.
Next one down. So I want to ask.
Here it comes.
About the shirts, because I love the shirt.
Yeah.
So ladies cut?
Yeah, I got V-neck, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
You gotta take care of the ladies. They look better in them than I do. So yeah, you got it. Absolutely, for sure.
And give a website? Or where are you on social media?
Yeah, we're on X, formerly Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. All of them are at Apostate Cigars. And then the website is just apostatecigars.com. Absolutely.
And spell that.
APOSTATE.
All right.
Apostate, yes.
What's,
Yeah, the website's the best resource. We even have, if you visit the cigar page, we've got a little 5-minute video about each of the blends.
nice.
So each blend has its own 5-minute video, talks about the backstory, talks about the blend, and it's got some notes of Kendrick and I smoking them and talking about tasting notes as well. So
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, any point that have been given from Stogie Lies?
Yeah, we've had we've had a few ratings. So we've got a couple from Cigar Public, Stogie Press. The Deseret, the Maduro, was rated a 96.
Awesome.
I've got a 95 on the Initiatory. We just got another 93 on the Deseret, and then I believe we got a 92 from How About That Cigar on the Sorted Label. So it's everything's being highly rated, highly reviewed. I have not had anybody smoke them and complain or have negative feedback. The tobacco really stands on its own. Yeah.
This is I just got a little sweet on
Yeah.
Retro Hell.
Almost like it reminds me of a matcha green tea. It's got kind of a tea sweetness, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
our boy Kevin Shahan, who does Cigar Prop, he's a Florida local, just went on his channel and told everybody that this is the best candela in the world. So I'll take it.
Yes.
It's almost berry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get
Like a
berries.
dried fruit kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah. That's what I get with this one. So I need to have a glass of wine.
Absolutely. A Pinot is right up your alley.
I got it. I mean, no cap, guys. This is really fantastic.
No cap. I love it.
It really is. What would you like to close? What's something that you've not shared about Apostate that you want folks to know?
Honestly, I think the bottom line is that when it comes to boutiques, I think you're going to find, I don't want to take away from the legacy brands who've been doing what they do for a long time. To them, that's definitely still a labor of love. I think you're going to find a little more care and consideration from the boutique guys. A lot of the times we don't have the financial backing to just roll out a brand. So when we make the leap and we do it and we say, hey, we're here, I feel like it's really special. I feel like you've got people taking a big risk. You've got people really pouring their heart and soul into bringing you something that's going to allow you to take an hour and a half out of your day and just forget about life and enjoy some really good tobacco. So for me, I would say embrace that labor of love. It's really special to me when people go onto our Instagram and tag that they're smoking our stuff, and I've never met them before. They're smoking in a state that doesn't even sell our stuff. I love that. So buy in. The fact that you guys are taking the time to have a conversation with me means a lot. And the fact that we're here in Florida at Destination Earth means a lot. So take a risk on the little guys. It usually pays off. Absolutely.
All right.
We appreciate you.
Oh,
Brandon,
appreciate you. Thank you.
telling us about your product.
Yeah, it's fun to chat. I love it. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, folks, you heard it here. You saw it here. Too bad there's not smell-o-vision because it's aromatic
Yeah.
and in a very smooth way. And that one for me.
Yeah, perfect.
Or
I love
three.
it. I love it. I love it.
Much continued success for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been going really well. The brand is growing. People are finding it and loving it. So this helps. Thank you.
And just as we close, so what are your vitolas in each?
Yeah, each blend comes in just one size only. So the Initiatory is a 6x52 Toro. The Deseret is a 5.5x54 Robusto. You've got this is an interesting size. The Connecticut is a Torpedo, but it's 6 inches and it's a 45 ring gauge, which is interesting. You've got on the, what are we looking at? Feathered Serpent is a 6x46, basically a Lonsdale. And then you've got a Churchill here with a 47 ring gauge, 7 1/4 length. And then you've got the box press on the 5.5x54 there. So.
All right. Closing remarks.
I'm impressed.
I think that says it all. There you go.
I'm
She
impressed.
had to think about it. I love that. Yeah.
45 ring game.
45 on the Connecticut. Yeah.
You know, only 2 other brands,
Mhm.
That's
A
Dr.
couple
Sayso in the back.
and Arturo Fuente make it 45.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The factory had to make special molds to get that size. They didn't even have the
Very
molds. So yeah, it's a great size.
Very
Love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Brandon.
unique from start to finish,
Yeah.
from seed through production to your final package. What more can you want? For those of you who like unique brands, want someone to ask, what is smoking?
Yeah.
You can say, smoking in the prostate, and you need to get you one. How about that?
I love it.
Thank
Smoke
you
a pasta.
so much
Thank
you,
you.
Brandon.
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Thank you guys. We appreciate you, and we'll be back later.
Stay tuned.